Hello everyone and welcome back to Spirituality with Gabriella. Today's pick a card reading is about your future spouse. So if you are curious who you will end up with, this reading is for you. This is going to go into all of the details that we can about their personality, perhaps even their appearance, maybe something about their career. I will be channeling and opening up to Great Spirit, and we will see what your spirit guides have to say. I do want to share that this reading is sponsored by Keen. If you're not familiar with Keen, they are a platform for people just like me, tarot readers, psychics, and trusted advisors, and they are available 24/7. My personal advisor is Bear Sage. As some of you know, I have recently gone through a breakup, and even though my partner was amazing in every single way, I really did need Bear Sage's advice, and ultimately, we wanted different things, and Bear Sage really helped me get through what was a pretty challenging time for at least a couple weeks. So I'm so grateful to him. He gave me some really good grounding advice, and I have called upon him a little bit more this month than normal. So if you would like your own reading, or if perhaps after watching this you want more clarity and more guidance, I highly recommend trying Keen. You can get your first 10 minutes for only $1.99. And I hope that you will use this offer. I am showing my promo link on the screen, so use that to get your first 10 minutes for only $1.99, or you can also use my QR code. All right, without further ado, let's get into today's reading. So as you see, we have 3 different piles today. Over here we have pile 1 with the green earring. Here we have pile 2, and I'm calling this the Peacock earring. And then here we have pile 3 with the gold earring. So take all the time you need to choose the pile that speaks most to you, and then once you're ready, you can fast forward using the timestamps in the description below to get your own personal reading. I will see you all there. Thank you so much. All right, pile 1, this reading is for you. So your first card is here, and you have the Two of Swords. So when we're tapping into your future spouse, the first thing I'm seeing is that your person is a very good business person. I see them being serious. When we see this sword energy here, this is really mostly about their logic and their reasoning. Usually people read the Two of Swords as a stalemate, but that's not really what I'm seeing here. In fact, what I'm picking up intuitively from this card is that your person is just a really good decision maker, and they would never be at haste to make a decision. And I have a feeling like they wouldn't even be at haste to get into a relationship with you. So you might know this person for a couple years before actually settling down with them. This is something that Spirit seems to be communicating. So you don't necessarily need to be like best friends, but I see you guys being in contact for a while before you formally settle down. So we have the Ace of Swords. Again, another sword card. And right now we're just tapping into their core personality using the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. We have the Hermit. We have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Five of Cups. This is the Animal Spirit Oracle deck. I'm just going to pull 1 or 2 cards. Wow, we have the dragon. That's really cool, you guys. And the camel. Then we also have this beautiful Oracle deck. This is by Matt Kahn. So this is a little bit more about your soul purpose and mission together. Wow, invoking self-realization. Love that. Amplifying abundance. Okay. Then I'm just gonna pull like 1 to 2 more cards on their love style. How they treat you, their romantic style with you. We have Justice. And the Four of Wands, so cute. So let's tap in here. The first thing that I'm seeing is your person is a very stable person. They are a good decision maker, they're loyal, they are caring. However, this person is not unnecessarily warm. What I mean by that is they keep only a few people around them. This would obviously be you since they'll be in a relationship with you, but it's kind of like they keep close company and they don't put all of their cards on the table. I think that when you're first dating them, I'm almost getting the sense that you'll be so attracted to their mind. They have a lot of Aquarian energy, air energy, especially with the swords coming through. I think that they're very innovative. They have big ideas. They're not afraid of a challenge. They definitely wouldn't shy away from something that is difficult or hard. What I'm seeing in them is a lot of persistence and willpower. They would also have a lot of drive, and you might even wonder where it comes from sometimes. I feel like with this Ace of Swords card right here, this person is in it for the long haul, meaning that they would rather pursue a really long relationship than have a lot of small, little relationships that don't really amplify their life. And this word amplify is coming through really strongly. So what I'm hearing from Spirit is that they just really care about everything in their life being a value add as opposed to a detractor. And they would actually think about this when it comes not just to love, but also to career, to their friendships, their business partnerships, the food they eat. They almost have like this big magnifying glass on their life at all times. And it's funny because we have the Hermit here. And when we look at the Hermit, he is literally shining a light in the darkness. And I feel that this is what your person does. I also want to say your person is very perceptive. Like you might have a tone that sounds a little bit different and normal if you're just speaking to them. And they would pick up on that and they would notice and they would almost intuitively be able to understand what you're going through. I feel that your person is a leader, but like I said, they're not overly social. This is not the type of person that would have like a million friends. In fact, they might prefer to have a very small group of friends. I'm seeing that there's a lot for them around technology, software sales, engineering, architecture, aerospace, even graphics. Anything where they have to be very exacting is a perfect career for this person. And by the way, I think that they have a lot of money. I'm seeing that this person has like a great energy around self-study. So when we see this Three of Pentacles card here, sorry, I can't speak today, they love studying. And this is even making me think of architecture. Like they are the type of person where they're very drawn to just keep up-leveling themselves, and they would also be pretty hard on themselves in case of any disappointments or failures. Over here, when I saw the Five of Cups, I immediately thought, okay, they're really hard on themselves, especially when they don't succeed at something. This would be like, ugh, they don't feel so great about it, and they would really kind of take that home with them. And so I think one thing that you can help them with over the course of your relationship is just help them see that the glass is half full, not half empty. I feel that they can be unnecessarily very difficult with themselves and very competitive. The thing that I like about your relationship is I would say that you are a little bit more spiritual or energetic, and here I'm using spiritual as a bucket term, but I'm being drawn to all of the colors in this card, and it's almost like your future spouse is like a dragon, right? They have a lot of inner power. They have this ability for self-realization. They can breathe fire if they want to, meaning that they have so much willpower. Whatever they put their mind to, they can do it. But sometimes, because of all that willpower, they might get a little bit caught. They might feel that things are too black and white. They might be too tough on themselves. They might even see a little bit too linearly. And so what I'm seeing in your relationship is that you can really help them kind of breathe life into what they're doing and help them stay in the present moment. And I'm seeing that there's a lot of like color that you bring, and I'm speaking about this purely energetically. So what I mean is you kind of help them see like the bright spots of life. And the two of you together are very steadfast. I see this being like a very loyal relationship. When I'm looking at your future spouse energetically, I'll try and describe what I'm seeing in terms of appearance. So I'm seeing someone who appears to be fairly tall. They have very dark hair. If it's a male, I see a little bit of facial hair, not too much. The eyes would be like probably brown, or they could be like a very dark blue or a darker kind of green. I don't really see light eyes here. I'm seeing more like tall, lean, dark hair. And then I'm even hearing some of them might be Italian. So that's not a message for everyone, but for those who are watching, if that resonates, Italy and even Spain could be coming through for your future spouse. So maybe part of their nationality or ethnicity, something to look out for. I'm seeing that personality-wise, this person has huge commitment. They are literally like a loyal, steadfast camel. Like I said, they don't have a lot of people in their life because they like to protect their energy. They also think of this as protecting their intellectualism, like their geniusness, and they are very smart. They're not egotistical about it, but they are the type of person who is literally willing to like walk across the desert and work really, really hard over a period of time. And that is just what a camel does. It stores all of these supplies on its back, and it even stores water inside of itself, and it walks across the desert and it doesn't complain. And it does it with grace and poise. And I feel that your future spouse is very much like this type of person. This is also a little random, but I am definitely seeing a lot of business energy about your future spouse. So they might dress really nicely sometimes, like especially if they go to business meetings, they might wear like leather shoes and collared shirts, like a little bit more traditional. And they might even like some brand names. It doesn't have to be crazy, but they like to be polished is something I'm hearing. And interestingly, even with these sword cards over here, I feel like this is also about being polished. Like it's about being clean cut and predictable in a way. And they might be really slow to make decisions, but once they make the decision, they're like extremely decisive. So that is fantastic. I'm seeing that this person makes a lot of money. There's also something here about investment. So perhaps they invest in real estate. Amplifying abundance. This is part of your soul mission together. I feel that you bring the humanity to whatever the cause is that the two of you are kind of collaborating on. And I want to be really clear in saying it's not that I see you two working together, but I do see the potential that you might contribute to charities together. I also see the potential that you might like to exchange ideas about projects together. I feel that in this relationship, you two amplify one another's ability to be secure and stable and create wealth. And your future spouse seems to be really into investing. I just keep hearing that. So they might invest in real estate or something along those lines. I can't really tell, to be honest, but I feel that they really care about this and it's like very important to them. And if you can help them just do more when it comes to this, I feel that this is actually going to feed back into your relationship. What I'm seeing is like this infinity symbol where they might be really into like investing or something like that. And if you can kind of get on board with that and get interested, it would like feed back into your relationship and it would create a lot of collaborative opportunities, but also like a lot of love between the two of you. Invoking self-realization. So I feel that you definitely do this for your future spouse. And what I'm seeing is when it comes to love, your future spouse has a soft side, a side that they don't show anyone. I feel that this side is something they're very in touch with, but they kind of tend to shield or hide from other people. And to be very honest, they might even be a little bit embarrassed by this side, so they might not show this to many people at all. However, I do see their love language as words of affirmation, but also giving gifts. They might surprise you, like every once in a while you might come home and they might have gotten you a really nice gift. Or they'll show through their actions as well. So even if they're not always super vocal, like I see them calling you nicknames like beautiful or handsome, but even if they don't do that much apart from that, they are going to show through their actions. They're very consistent, they're loyal, they're a good partner. They're someone that you almost immediately know that you could be a life partner with, is what I'm hearing. I also see them getting promoted over the course of your relationship, by the way, so that might just be something to look out for. Like, obviously, if you're together for a long time, I know that's kind of evident that would probably happen, but especially around the time when you're meeting, they might seem uber focused on their career, and I feel like they are going to get like a big jump or a big promotion over the time that you two are talking and getting to know each other, and that would be like a clear sign that this is your person. And I'm seeing that you are the more energetic being here, so you might spread your wings spiritually first. They might even get promoted first. I don't know if that part is true necessarily, but like definitely you spread your wings spiritually first. But it's like, again, these two things feed into each other, and then eventually they pick up on your energy and they start to get bigger spiritually, and then you also start to carry some of their learnings into your own career, and it looks really good. And again, not to say that there's like black and white with how that works out, but that's just what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that the two of you really contribute to one another's lives and help each other rise to new heights, which is beautiful. How they treat you, you have justice. This is amazing. This person is like everything that you have yearned for and wished for and manifested. And I see a lot of you have done a lot of manifestation exercises. So I want you to know this person is coming. I feel like when you meet this person, you will know it's them. And you might question yourself for a while because maybe things move really slow at the beginning. But I want you to know that you're right. And your intuition is like ancient soul wisdom. That's what Spirit is saying. I see this person treating you exactly how you want to be treated. They're going to be courteous. They're going to be kind. They're the type of person that will make dinner reservations, buy you wine, open the door for you, buy you something unexpectedly. They're very sweet, caring, loyal, kind. We also have the Four of Wands. This is like the true love card. I feel like maybe this is just coming up to be shared. Something that you need to work on in this relationship is both expressing your emotions. Like it might take a while for them to tell you that they love you, but it's just like so obvious they love you, or vice versa. So one or two of you might be just a little bit avoidant or a little bit afraid of getting hurt. But I feel that you're both very strong. And because you're both very loyal people, I see you two working this out so well. And it's almost like energetically you can feel each other, is what I want to say. And you can feel the security and the serenity that you give one another. And so by the time you tell each other you love each other, it's almost like obvious. It's almost just like, oh, duh, I knew that. Like, I'm not going to question it. I knew that that was a thing. And you won't even be surprised is what I'm hearing. I also like that both you and this person are very future focused. So you will naturally want to go to the next phase of your life, be it having a house, getting kids, whatever it is. I feel like the two of you really have the same goals and visions and want to plan together, so that looks really good. I see you being so happy with this person. Pile 1, this is everything that you could ask for. This is the perfect spouse for you. Even if on the surface they're a little shy or guarded, underneath the surface they have so much to offer. I also feel, by the way, you'll find them immediately attractive, so no worries on that front. I really think that if you lean into this person, you kind of get to know them over time. They won't disappoint you. I see you being really happy. I also see the two of you really helping each other reach true self-realization. So learning, developing, growing together. It looks really, really good. All right. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I hope it brought you some clarity and guidance. If you liked it, please give me a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, share it if you feel so inclined. My links are below. I do tarot, I do Reiki, I do soul purpose coaching. This is coaching where we discover your true life purpose. And I also have a program on how to develop your intuition and psychic abilities. That is a group call. It is led in PST or California time zone, and it is fairly cost effective. So I hope you will join us, and I hope you will begin boosting your psychic abilities with us. Thank you so much. I love all of you, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye. All right, pile 2, welcome to your reading. So your first card is here. You got the Ace of Pentacles. The first thing I heard about your future spouse is that they're very enriching. I also see them as a very grounded person. They probably are very calm, especially when you first get to know them. Honestly, under the surface, they may have a little bit more frustration than meets the eye, but this is normal. I see them being very grounded, very calm, probably like an earth sign. They might be a Capricorn, is something I'm hearing. I'm seeing them being blonde right now, blonde with blue eyes. They might even be Capricorn rising is something Spirit is saying. You have the Star. I'm hearing like a fairy tale love. This person is very into alternative things. Like they might be into yoga, breathwork, meditation. Doesn't mean that they do it for a career, but they would definitely be interested. You have the World. Yeah, I feel that you and this person share a lot of similar interests. 9 of Pentacles. Great. A lot of abundance between the two of you. That's what I keep feeling. And it's not just like monetary, it's also sensitivity and energetic. We have the King of Cups. This person will pursue you. That's something I'm hearing. So we also have this Animal Spirit deck. I'm just going to pull a couple of cards from this one. We have the Firefly. Really cute card. And the Starfish. Oh. The Star and the Starfish. Look at that. That's crazy. One more. Oh, never mind. The Frog. Okay. The Lizard. I guess we're using all these cards then today. And one more. The Sea Serpent. Okay. Okay, pile two. This is such a cute reading. Like when I'm sitting here, I feel bubbly, I feel light, I feel energetic, and I feel that you and your future spouse really energize each other. How I'm seeing this person is honestly like more fair haired and a little bit tan. They might have blue eyes. That won't necessarily apply to everyone, but that is just the archetype that is being shown to me right now. But let's really talk about how they make you feel and what their personality is like. So, the first thing I'm hearing is that this person does have charisma, but it is charisma directed towards work and business. They're very good at their career. I feel they've been in this discipline for a while. They're also a highly sensitive person. They might not know how sensitive they are, and they might be very sensitive when it comes to relationships and getting into a relationship. I feel some of them have past wounds or traumas from childhood, particularly in their relationship with their mom. That is coming up. And these things are like fears that maybe they've struggled with over the years that they just don't even know that that is the core of the issue. But that's something to look out for. And I don't say that to deter you from being with this person because I feel this person is amazing for you in every single way. But I say that so that when it comes up, you know where it comes from and you can help them heal the root cause. What I'm seeing is that you and this person get along amazingly. Like when I saw this Firefly card, I just got the words young love. And even if it's not like you fall in love when you're young, it's like this beautiful, energetic connection that the two of you have, which is just indescribable. And whenever you're together, I just feel like, wow, it's such a high. It's almost like you're at Disneyland or something. But at the same time, there's also so much peace. I feel it's like you and this person are both equally very proud to be together. The starfish is a card of showing off. It's also a card of beauty and luck and prosperity. And I feel that the two of you are able to build this together. And I want to give you both a lot of credit because what I'm seeing here is that the two of you are very independent on your own accord and you give each other a lot of freedom and a lot of autonomy. And I feel that you develop a natural cadence where you give each other enough space, but you also always know that the other is there. It's like you never doubt that the other person is truly supporting you, taking care of you, and really just wanting everything to work out so well for you. We have the Star in the World together, so these are both major arcana cards. And when we see major arcana cards, this is destined energy. So first of all, I see a lot of luck in this relationship. It's almost like the universe collides to make things work for you. Or colludes. The universe colludes to make things work for you. And there's all of these like stars and angels and winged beings around you. And I just see it's like, wow, regardless of how hard it might appear on the surface from time to time, you have so much protection around this relationship. It's like there's no choice except to be in this relationship because the universe is just going to keep pointing you two back to each other. And I do want to say I see so much peace and harmony here, especially in how the two of you act. I see like a lot of banter. I see like flirty energy, laughing, giggling. I'm even seeing someone like poking the other person, like poking fun at them. But it's funny because regardless of however old you are, I feel that there's like this energy of youthfulness and light in the relationship that will continue forever. And I almost am getting this impression that you might feel like you help your future spouse grow up, and then they might help you get like a little bit less serious in life. So it's funny because we have the frog and the lizard, and I think it's hilarious how Spirit helps us choose these cards because look, it literally looks like this frog is growing into a bigger frog. I know that these are two different cards, but I just keep getting this energy of like kids and children and play. And if you are someone who wants a family, I definitely see this is in store for you. I see your future spouse as a huge family person. Like they would love kids, they would love raising children, they would love being a mom or a dad. And I feel like a lot of sensitivity as well. So as we know, frogs are very sensitive beings and they have sensitive skins. And I feel this is like your future spouse. They might not let on quite how sensitive they are, but I see them being very in tune, very energetic, and the two of you might even like meditate together for fun, is something I'm hearing. With this lizard card, I do want you to know what I see in your future spouse is they're a very keen observer. They might do something with operations or like human resources, even like logistics, planning, even construction is possible. I'm seeing they're a very keen observer, meaning that they have an eye for details, but they do this in more of like a project management sense. And because they have such an eye for details, I feel that they also observe you and your behavior. And it's very interesting. It's almost like you won't always know that you're being observed. I have this feeling like they'll kind of pretend like they don't pick up so much, but really they're picking up everything. Like, for example, you might text them in the early phases of your relationship and they might not even respond, or they might like brush it off just for a second. And then in a later conversation, they mention that exact detail that you texted them that you thought they just glossed over, and they actually remember everything. So I do want to clarify, I feel that you two have very good communication with each other. Otherwise, you wouldn't have all of these wonderful cards. But I just also feel that there's more than meets the eye. Like, you might think, oh, they didn't pick up on that or whatever, but actually they pick up on everything. And I just get so much happiness here. Like, there is such an energy of completion. Like, this is like a soul partnership, not just any person that you would date. This is a very special relationship. I also see like protection, but a lot of healing. So I feel like as parents, if that's what you choose, I feel that you're going to be very protective of your family together. I also feel that they'll be very protective of you, but in a way where you still feel that you have a lot of freedom and autonomy. It's just that they love being around you. They love keeping you safe. There's also just so much that you're going to do in this lifetime together. I am hearing ancestral healing. I'm hearing there's energy work, there's yoga to be had here, there's breath work, meditation. You might go to some kind of like festival or event together that is based on energy. So I feel your future spouse is so open to this type of work. And then I just keep seeing this stuff about completion. So whenever we see these types of cards where it's like this wreath is complete or the sea serpent is complete, this signifies that the two of you have gone through a lot of healing and also a lot of lifetimes together. So I feel it's like you found each other in this lifetime, and this is sacred. This is not something to be ignored. This is like a very special thing that doesn't happen a lot. I feel that you've been in many, many, many lifetimes, and it's like now you finally come back together. So there's some kind of like soul contract at play here. Very flirty energy. I just keep hearing that. So this person, like I said, they don't take life too seriously. They might take their career very seriously, but when it comes to you, they're fun. They're especially flirty. They're cute. They're charming. I think everyone finds them very attractive. They'd be a very charming person. But I'm saying this all in a positive way, in a way where if you look at these two cards, these two people are very much in power. They are both autonomous. They are both well respected. They both kind of go to the beat of their own drum, and they are also the ones setting the rules. So this is the more divine feminine energy, this is the more divine masculine, the Nine of Pentacles and the King of Cups. Together, what we have is not just fortune, but also emotional prosperity. And it's possible to have both. And what I'm seeing is your person would be more of the pursuer of the relationship, but you are more like the one that holds it down. You're like holding down the fort, or you're like the one who is kind of just making sure like the kids are in order. And I actually see both of you making quite a lot of money. So I feel that you both contribute a lot, especially with the Ace of Pentacles, that being the first card and the card that symbolizes the reading. I see a lot of wealth between the two of you. And also a lot of generational wealth is something I'm hearing. So you might even have like so much money that you really pass a lot down to your children. And even if that's not where you are today, Spirit is saying don't worry, because over time you truly can cultivate this. There's also something here about like a nonprofit or a foundation. So the two of you might really want to give back in a special way and kind of like extend the love in your relationship to your broader community is something that I'm hearing. So overall, this is a beautiful relationship. This is a lifelong relationship. I have zero doubt about that. I know that you two are going to be together forever. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be fun, amazing. I also see a lot about travel. You might travel a lot to Europe, maybe even South America or Canada, like different parts of the world is what I'm seeing. But definitely Europe, that's coming up really strong here. So I hope that you enjoyed this. If you did, please give me a big like, hit that subscribe button, share it if you feel so inclined. You can use my links down below to book a reading, get a Reiki session, or do soul purpose coaching. My soul purpose coaching is my newest offer. So in this coaching, what we do is we identify your soul's mission here on earth. We do that together through a series of 8 sessions, and it is such beautiful work. Truly, you have the answers to everything. If you're ever second guessing yourself, questioning yourself, you don't have to, because when we work on an energetic level, we're able to uncover all of the secrets that our soul has had for such a long time. So definitely check that out. And I love you all. Don't forget to use your keen offer, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. So this is your first card. You got the 6 of Pentacles. This card is all about giving and receiving. So the first thing I'm hearing is just that you and your future spouse really support each other. I'm even hearing sponsorship. I don't know what that means right now, but maybe that means something to one of you. Maybe you even help each other with some kind of sponsorship or further education. That could be now or in the future, so hold on to that message. There's a lot of equilibrium energy though, so it feels like a really balanced relationship already. We have the 5 of Swords. I'm going to pull a couple cards and then we'll get into the interpretation. The Sun. Oh, and 6 of Wands. So cute. Okay. We're going to use this one too. You have the 5 of Cups. Seven of Pentacles. This is all about their personality, but also your relationship dynamics. The Page of Swords. Okay. The Devil. So this is funny because I heard that you guys have 2 children, and that's only if you want that, of course. But, you know, pulling the Devil, sometimes cards are not what they appear to be on the surface. I just see these 2 snakes and I almost burst out laughing because I was like, I feel like this card is not bad at all. Like, I know that people interpret it that way, but I saw these 2 snakes and I was just thinking about your 2 children a second before. So to me, it was just confirmation you're going to have 2. Okay, we have Temperance. There's that 2 energy again. And let's see what else comes through. 10 of Wands. I knew that we were going to pull that card. Okay, so let me tell you what I'm getting. The first thing I'm getting is that there's a little bit of karma that is cleared in this relationship. This is not a bad thing, so I don't want you to worry or freak out. This can actually be a very positive thing. When we have cards like the 10 of Wands and the Devil, first of all, this doesn't mean anything about the quality of the relationship, but what it does mean is that the 2 of you are going to provide some sort of karmic cleansing for one another. And what I mean by that is perhaps one of you had a really difficult upbringing or background, and then in your relationship, you're finally able to heal that dynamic. Like, let's say, just as an example, that you grew up with parents who were emotionally not supportive. In this relationship, your biggest mission would be to ensure that you feel supported emotionally. And look, this is kind of like what's happening. We have the 6 of Pentacles here. So in this relationship, the biggest thing is you're going to have to force yourself to free yourself, basically, of your fears. And I feel that this relationship is going to provoke some fear within you at the beginning. And it seems to be very important that you're watching this reading because maybe that's what you're going through right now. Maybe there is someone who you feel a very deep connection to, and yet there's a lot of fear that's being provoked as a result of that. But I want you to know that this is not without reason, and Spirit never sends you situations if you're not meant to pursue them, or at least lean into the lessons and the learning. Every single situation is sent to you as a gift for enlightenment. So when we see this 10 of Wands, first of all, in this relationship, you will learn not to associate yourself so deeply with some of these negative emotions such as anxiety and tension and stress, and you will learn to be free of them. And what I'm also seeing is that your partner is going to be such a catalyst for this. So they might initially create the uprising of those emotions within you, but they're also creating the healing. And I see both of these things happening in the same person. Hence why we have cards like the Devil. The Devil is about this energy of feeling tied or even entrapped, but we are the ones that get to free ourselves. And so really, when we look at the Devil, this is a card about enlightenment at the end of the day. And it's about choosing to free ourselves from suffering. And a lot of suffering is projected from our childhood, but secondly, it's things that we're too afraid to step out of. And so I feel that this relationship kind of forces you to cut ties to the old things and step out of what was really not serving you. when we see the Page of Swords here, I'm seeing that there's a need for decisiveness in the relationship, but you might feel like, oh my gosh, this is all new to me. I don't know what I'm meant to be doing. So give yourself time. At the beginning of this relationship, the first 6 months to 8 months is still new ground. And I'm hearing from Spirit, it's like new turf. You have to lean into this relationship. I feel this person is a good person, but you are also going to have to make some tough decisions. And part of that is just letting go of like the burden that you've been carrying. And I feel this person treats you very well. And I also at the same time am seeing that it's like a work in progress. It's something where the two of you have to feed each other and show each other how to act and give each other support when you both need it. That's that Six of Pentacles coming through again. And then the Six of Pentacles creates this abundance, which is coming to the Seven of Pentacles. So when we see the Seven of Pentacles, this is about working over time and cultivating something over time. And remember, no harvest blooms overnight. It takes a lot of time to do this type of work. So what I'm seeing in this relationship is that both of you together are going to have to move away from your fears and towards more stability. And so there's going to be a lot of conversations. There's going to be a lot of emotional things being exchanged between the two of you, but I see it all being good in the long term. In the short term, honestly, it might be hard, especially in the first 2 to 6 months of the relationship, because I feel that it's like, oh my gosh, all of my past traumas are coming up again. All of these things are coming up again. So this is just something Spirit wants you to know. Honestly, Spirit is not showing me today how this person looks. All I can see is that they have like a defined jaw and they probably have brown hair or like a little bit darker hair. I'm seeing they have very sincere eyes, and they also have like pretty big hands is what Spirit is saying. And their hands would be kind of like square shaped. Like you see how my palm is kind of like a square. I'm seeing this for your future spouse as well. I feel this person has a very strong mind, but most of all, they make you happy. And it's not that you need them to be happy. It's just that when they're soft, when they're caring and honest, that is when the sun comes out for you. And that is when you feel, oh my gosh, this is my person, regardless of all of the things that they are unveiling in me. You start to see that as your own liberation. And I want you to look at the silk on this card. It's like at the beginning, it's so big, you don't really know how to deal with it. You've never had a love like this before, or you've never had a situation like this before. But if you can learn to just let it kind of flow in the breeze and not force, not push, not control, but just let it flow, I feel that this is going to be such a beautiful relationship, and what will be on the other side of that is great success. So there is something here for some of you about like an abandonment wound. It might be kind of triggered at the beginning of the relationship, but it's also like you two get to heal it during this time. So if you feel lost or alone, or you feel like maybe they're not responding or something at the beginning, it's okay, because in the long term, I see that there's like all this security and abundance. And it's like, that's your sun moment. That's when all the positive flowers get to come out. So because there's so much here about growth and healing, I'm going to ask your guides what you can expect for some of the biggest lessons. Deconstructing doubt. Look at it. See, this is what I'm tapping into. It's like you might have doubt entering this relationship, but you two are going to tackle this together. Maybe in the past you felt like you weren't able to deconstruct doubt by yourself, but now you're given this partner to first mirror in you what needs to be healed, and then second, once all of it is healed, you two actually have this great settling process in the sense that the dust settles and you two end up together and you two end up very happy. So I see like it's a true partnership because you're both really helping each other. Let's see what else is coming up to be healed in this partnership. Dissolving judgments. Wow, okay, yeah, so like I'm telling you, there's a lot of past life energy and even karma energy here. You might have a tendency to judge this person at the beginning. They might have a tendency to even judge you. I don't have to like the actions of others in order to love my journey. Okay, yeah, so your journey is going to be your journey. You might not love every single thing that your future spouse provokes in you at the beginning, but you two are clearly meant to come in to heal each other. And I feel if you have the power to transcend the difficulty at the beginning, then it's going to be like so magnetic and amazing in the future. Embodying my soul. So this is what is waiting for you. True self-embodiment, also true realization. I feel that this is not the easiest relationship, I'm just being honest, but this person does treat you well. This person cares about you. This person shows you a beautiful form of love, which is a soul love, a love that you can't find elsewhere. And you might even be a little confused at the beginning is what I'm seeing, because there might be like a lot of fear and doubt coming up in you at the beginning, but then you grow some peace with it. And then ultimately, if you're able to navigate that, you embody your entire soul, and it's like all of the energies come to work together. And I'm seeing all these angels come around you, but the first part of this relationship might be tough, but it's like once you get through that, you have a lifelong relationship of just joy, love, pleasure, harmony, everything that you could ever want. Let's see what animal advice cards come up for you guys. This is going to be a very fulfilling relationship. The wolf. Very protective animal. Your future spouse wants to protect you. You want to protect them. Your souls come in this lifetime to protect one another and to heal together, because God forbid if you were healing alone, air quotes, that would be very difficult. So I feel you two heal together. It's going to be so beautiful. I also see those children around you that will help you heal even more. Also the fish. Wow. Okay. So the two of you are energetic beings. I feel it's like you kind of like swim together through all of this. It's very beautiful. It's sacred. It's nurturing. I feel like a lot of like Piscean energy here. There's a lot of intuition. You might even get like downloads about this person long before you actually meet them in the 3D. I feel like both of you are so sensitive, and we have temperance too. So that's just like tying it all together really nicely. There's this great balancing in this relationship. So I talked about a lot of the difficult things, but ultimately the main message here is that there's a lot of balanced energy. If you can get through the first part, which might be particularly challenging, what is in store for you is loyalty, balanced energy, and just like this equilibrium. It's an equilibrium where it's like an equal give or take. You know what to expect, they know what to give you, vice versa. Feels really good. It feels like in doing so, you become free of human judgment generally, even your own judgments. You get to see them with a much more intense lens. You get to understand that there's no reason for you to be judging yourself or others in such a way. And over time, what I'm seeing is like so much protection and love coming from both of you. It just emanates from your soul. And I really want you to focus on this card. This is the card of great healing. I feel like when your two souls come together, this is a very special energy that is completely abnormal. Like, we don't normally see this special energy in society today. So this could even be like a twin flame relationship. I feel it's funny. It's like, it might even seem like a karmic partnership at the beginning, but ultimately I think this is more like a twin flame relationship where if you can truly clear the doubt, the trauma, the karma, all of that stuff that comes up at the beginning, I see you two being so happy together. It's like endlessly happy. So trust it. I know it's an interesting reading. You can also look at my other future spouse ones for confirmation, but I feel this is a very powerful reading. I also feel for some reason like Spirit is just saying this is exactly what you needed to hear today. All right, I love you guys. I hope that this helped. If you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, share it if you feel so inclined. All of my links are down below. I do tarot readings, I do Reiki, I also do soul purpose coaching. This is a coaching program. It is one-on-one. It's designed to help you find your true purpose in life and really help you get there through actionable steps, manifestations, goals, and we work together on this. So you won't be alone. You'll be fully supported. So check that out at the links down below. Don't forget to use your keen offer, and I will see all of you in the next video. All right, take care. Bye.